Hey best friends! Welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you are new.
I'm Kashana.
And I am Kenyetta.
And we're
PB&G. Gang, 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 gang. So, as you can tell by this title, we're going to talk about
dating horror stories. Yeah, it's okay. Dun, dun, dun.
It's going to be short for me.
It's gonna be pretty short for me too. Like, what? What is dating? Never heard of her. Like,
I don't know her.
Right.
She doesn't know me.
Right. What is the most memorable relationship?
Okay, the most memorable. Okay, you know everybody likes like bad boys or stuff, but like there's a bad boy and then there's stupid.
Yeah.
Like I once dated this guy that while we were on the phone, he wanted to hurry up and get off the phone because he wanted to steal his dog, because the dog was looking at him and he really felt like they had a connection. I don't ask, okay? It was like a rap.
One, because I did not expect that story. That's not the one I thought you were gonna tell. But
I quickly after that it was like, what? Maybe he's joking. He did not steal the dog. He did attempt to steal a dog from somebody's yard. But I don't think the dog took lightly. I don't think there was the connection he thought they had.
Oh.
I think that connection was one-sided. He was feeling something that really was not translating well.
Like, probably described your relationship as well. I mean, considering he was a dog stealer and all.
I thought he was normal until that incident. Like, I don't condone.
I feel like there were signs before all of that.
There probably was that
completely. Made you think that, huh?
I think it flew over my head because I was just like, oh my god, he is so hot. Okay,
that
so
happens.
that is
okay.
I was young. I don't make choices like that anymore. So
kudos to that. Yeah. I'm proud of you for that. Thank you for being an adult. I don't know my most memorable one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kenyetta was dating this guy, right?
Wait, I thought we was talking about yours.
No. Okay, Kenyetta was dating this guy. And he had a friend.
Oh.
And she was like, oh my god, he has a friend. We could double date. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Okay. First of all, I'm pretty sure this dude lived in an insane asylum. Because he was, yeah. But this is what Kenyetta set me up with, and this is why I am so scared. If we ever do blind dates for each other, I am so scared. I just hope that the camera is rolling and that you guys have my back, because he didn't check any of the boxes, and I don't even have many boxes. But this guy was psychotic. Like, I remember one time he pretended to shoot himself over the phone. And, like, it wasn't even a gunshot. It just sounded like boom. Like, he did that in the phone and then hung up. And I was like, I don't know what this is. But I'm just going to stop hitting this guy up. And I'm going to stop dating guys that Kenyetta recommend. Because she's only good at recommending TV shows. Guys. I had to
listen all day.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I have no excuse for that. Okay, I should have vetted him. I didn't. I was hung up on this one guy, the one she mentioned, and he was just like, oh, you're always talking about your best friend. You should hook your best friend up with my best friend. And I just thought that was a brilliant idea instead of, maybe I should vet out your best friend. I just like it's complete trust. Oh my god, I love you. You know, like not really.
What's your sign? Are you a maniac? Are you gonna pretend to shoot yourself over the phone at any point in time?
In my defense, we were in high school. I did not think that he would have been literally in an insane asylum.
Normal. And you had the normal one.
I mean, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. So,
speaking of that same guy, years later, after we had already broke up, that breakup was horrible anyway. But years later, he ended up meeting one of my older sisters and found out that is one of my older sisters. And then proceeded to try to flirt with her. And she was like, ew, no. But like, you dated her little sister, you creep. Okay.
And the fact that they look exactly alike, it was just like, God.
Oh, you nasty. He just wanted to do a tattoo for her, but he couldn't even draw right because he kept trying to do it on the paper and erasing it. And she's like, no, you're not going to do my
erase
tattoo.
some skin? Like, what?
Yeah, what the heck? I don't have good taste in men, obviously.
Same.
I obviously don't have good taste in my friends' men, too. I'm sorry.
It all, like...
So sorry. Don't trust me.
Just know if there's ever like a game show where your best friend chooses your boyfriend, I'm just gonna leave.
Like, wait. I really think number 3. I think number 3. Okay, give me number 1.
Right.
But I was talking about number 3, though.
No.
Okay.
I have no faith in it anymore. Even though that was years ago, I'm traumatized.
No, you have every right to be, okay? I have no excuse for that. I won't trust me after what that.
As long as you know. I'm just glad that you have better, taste in yourself than you do in other people, because you would be a horrible matchmaker, just so you know.
I would be a
horrible matchmaker.
I'm just like, oh, I think y'all would be perfect for each other. Like, why? Because y'all both like the same color.
Yeah.
like meanwhile, he's a mass murderer.
Yeah, I end up on the ID channel. They had the same favorite color. I thought it was destiny.
It was just like they looked at each other and it was like, oh my god, I love that color too. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, it was beautiful. And I thought they was going to get married and have children. And all of a sudden, dead.
Yeah.
But it's okay because she killed him first in her book.
Thank you.
That's really going to happen.
Yeah. What would you say your dating life is like now?
Non-existent.
Same.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how to flirt.
No. As I've said before, she doesn't know how to intentionally flirt. So the fact that she is single is 100% on her.
It's 100%
because guys
on
will
me.
flirt with her and she's just like, oh, friend. Hey, friend.
I never know. I don't know.
Like, it'll be like dead obvious. And he's just like, huh. Love this platonic conversation that we're having here platonically.
It's never
and
obvious.
It is so
to me.
frustrating. It is so frustrating because I'm like, I'm trying to be a bridesmaid here, and you sitting here just letting this guy go right on by after he done flirted with you, and you're just giving him nothing to work with. I am never gonna get my bridesmaid's dress. I'm never gonna get my toast. All because of this one.
I mean, I'm trying to get my bridesmaid dress, so like she should just go ahead and give up on me.
No, my dating track record.
Shauna is very nice in relationships. Like, she really tries to compromise with you. But for some reason, she's not finding guys who want to compromise and just want her to change for them.
Right.
It is very irritating because, like, she deserved better, and she's really, like, legitly thinking about you, and you're just thinking about yourself.
Oh my gosh, you remember my ex?
Yeah.
Oh my god, story time. So, okay, I wrote a book or whatever, no big deal. Anyway, I was selling my books as a vendor at this event, and this guy that I was dating at the time was like, oh, I'm gonna come. And I'm like, okay. At the time, his car was in the shop, so I didn't think nothing of it. But he expected me. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the place, and here's my house. Okay? Right there. He lives an hour away. He thought I was going to pick him up and then come get him and then go all the way over there. And I was like, oh no. I'm about to ride with my bestie, and we're about to have fun afterwards with the kids. And he's like, oh, I'm coming anyway. So he comes, right? He has his sister drop him off. And I'm like, okay, cool. Is she gonna pick you up? But no. He had to ride with me. But before that, oh my god. Like, he made the whole experience so miserable because he was so negative. Like, there were like classmates around, like, that I hadn't seen forever, and I was hugging them, and he's all like, and I'm like, What? I'm just platonically hugging these people.
I don't know these
want
people.
Me. Like, what?
I don't know these people.
Yeah, he's like, you and your best friend keep talking about people that I don't know because you didn't go to school with us. Why would you know them? Like, I'm sorry? I'm sorry me and my best friend are having conversations about people that I met before I met you. I'm sorry I met people before I met you. I don't know. But yeah, he made the whole experience. Ugh.
And also, because I'm in the car with kids, and he had, okay, so she dropped him off, and then he was like, can I talk to you for a second, to her, and then he looked at me and said, y'all gonna be here for a while. So I didn't know what he meant by that, but he really intended for them to just stay out there and talk the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have stuff planned.
Right.
Like,
I'm trying to tell him, like, I gotta go. I got a car full of people. I need to go. He is like, so you're just gonna pick these people over me? Like, I'm gonna pick my best friend and my family over you? Hell yeah, I am. Like,
one of them is my child.
Right.
Yeah,
Push one of them out of my uterus. Like, I'm not even trying to shade on this guy because, you know, he was a lesson. But there would be times where I would be at work, because I worked first shift and he worked second shift. And I would be at work and I wouldn't text him back. One of my coworkers would come up and be like, hey, your man's out there. I'm like, no, my man's got to get ready for work. Why he out here? I see that you haven't been messaging me. I'm like, I'm working. He's like, yeah, okay, but I bet you've been on Facebook. No, I've been working. Yeah, my job. I'm like, you also have a job that you should be heading to, but yet here you are. Like, it was to the point where I really felt like I couldn't breathe, and I hate when I feel like that. And I was just like, it's better for me to just like, you know, wash my hands of it, because I was miserable, like, miserable.
Yeah.
That's trying to make me block guys and girls from, like, my childhood, like my friends, actual real life friends.
People she knew before you and is gonna be in her life.
Like, he was just like, this guy is like this, like, this guy is like 8 of your posts and heart reacted to your picture. Okay, it's Facebook.
Didn't you heart react to one of our friends with a picture with him and his son?
Yes.
Who is a cute little thing.
Yes.
And all she did was heart it, and he had a whole issue with that.
Yeah, he like flipped the script. He was like, block him right now. What you doing, liking his posts and all this stuff. Our kids have play dates together. Like, we're friends. If something was gonna happen, it would have been happening, because we've been friends for years. And also tend to like attract a lot of insecure people. And I think it's because, like, I'm still working on my, you know, my self-esteem and stuff. So I feel like people can sometimes sense that out, and they're like, oh yeah, she's perfect for that. Let me just ruin her life and make her start all over. But working on myself now before I get in another relationship.
I like that.
Yeah. Because I have no other choice right now. I just want a normal relationship because I've never had one. So I just want to be like, huh, so this is it. Yeah.
I feel like I haven't had a real relationship, but that's me. It's my fault. Yeah, like I am aware that I am the problem. Like I'm no delusion about it. Like, most 98% of the time I'm the problem. And it's weird because I have this big heart and I love people and stuff, but it's like I'm closed off romantically to people.
But you're still a hopeless romantic.
But still a hopeless
Very
romantic. So. It was just like someone would like me, and then like it could be like the basic things like in dating. Like, you text each other till 3 a.m. But I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. I don't got time for this. You know, I want to call and talk, and I'm like, I could be doing so many things than talking to you. And as I hate that I be feeling that way. Or like, oh, I can't wait to see that person. I've never had that feeling.
Yeah.
I can wait. I can wait. I probably don't even think about you until I see you. And that's so bad, and I know that. I know that's bad. I am the problem. I acknowledge. I know it's me. Not all the time. It's not 100%. I didn't say 100% because I had some crazy ones.
Yeah.
But I've lost some good ones because of that. So I wouldn't say I've ever had a real relationship because I never let it get that far. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That was deep, man. I feel like I just went to therapy. Let's talk about breakups. What is one that you want to bring up?
Okay, I know which one you're trying to say. Okay, the Valentine one. Okay, so it wasn't exactly on Valentine's Day. I didn't see him on Valentine's Day. It was the day afterwards. Okay.
But if you saw him on Valentine's Day,
if I saw him,
Valentine's Day.
The fact that I wouldn't have remembered it was Valentine's Day, I probably still would have done it.
In a whole relationship.
Okay, the thing is, he was a sweet guy. He was sweet, okay? But
he's kind of robotic, though.
He was kind of robotic, and he had some red flags, and I didn't feel any chemistry. Yeah. So I was like, instead of trying to keep pursuing this, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. That's what
And see, I am proud of her for that. It's just the fact that the timing. It was the timing of it all. It was just kind of interesting.
But the thing, it would have been sooner. But the thing is, I was advised by someone, you know, like, hey, and with this guy in particular, you can't do it like how you normally would do it. You see, I'm trying to be vague about who it is. But you can't do it how you would have done it, like to any regular guy, and just end it that way. You have to really think of a good wording, and it was just like, so I stressed over this. I was like, and it was awkward because he, you know, around him and stuff, and he was just all like lovey-dovey, but the whole time I'm like, I gotta end this, and I don't know how to because I don't feel anything.
Right.
And I mean, he was so innocent, and I feel bad. So I didn't see him on Valentine's Day. So I was like, okay, I'm in the clear, because someone did remind me that it was Valentine's, and then he brought me chocolate, and it was the next day, and I was like, oh, thank you. And I'm the type, I can't hide my emotion from my face a lot. So I was like, oh, thank you. And I was like thinking about it, and I was just like, okay, I turned to him, and I was like, I don't feel like it's not you.
The old cliche.
I went to the cliche after like a week or two of agonizing what a unique way of doing it without hurting his feelings. I went into the cliche because I had this whole speech planned out in my head, and I even practiced it in the mirror once, and I was like, okay, but like actually looking him in the eyes,
it was a lot harder.
It was so hard because like he really was a nice guy. It just wasn't, there was nothing there. It felt more like I was talking to a brother. So I knew I had to end it because he was even talking about family meeting kind of thing. And that's when I like, it really gotta, you know, now or never. And then I said, it's not you. I gotta work on within myself. It's a lot of stress with all this college stuff. I barely have time to sleep, which was,
It was semi-true.
Yeah, but like I kind of like, you know how you mix the truth and lies together. Yeah. So it's just, I totally did that because I could have made time. That. Yeah, I feel bad about it. And we do still have like sometimes contacts with each other. So that's why I'm trying to be vague, because he's a good friend. Yeah. And that's exactly what we should have just stayed, was friends. It's okay. Hashtag jerk Kenyatta.
No, not a jerk, because like at the end of the day, no matter how good somebody is to you, that doesn't mean that they're good for you. And I had to learn that. Like, I used to feel really guilty for not liking people who were good to me. But then I realized, like, just because they're good to me, you know, doesn't mean they're right for me.
Exactly.
Like, there's this one guy. He was great. He was nice. But, like, he was a yes man. And he agreed with everything that I said or did, like if things bothered him, like he wouldn't speak up on them. It's like, whatever you want. If it's making you happy, that's all that matters. And I could tell that it was really bothering him, but he wouldn't say it because like he wanted to keep the peace with me. And I hated that so much because there was no, it was so, like the conversation was so one-sided. It's like, I'm sitting here asking you, how do you feel? How does this make you feel? If it makes you feel good to do it, then it makes me feel good that you do it. Like, what? I'm not the only one in a relationship, and it would make me feel selfish. And so I was like, yeah, no, can't do it.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anything like crazy situations after a breakup? Like you already ended it. And you thought it was clean cut, and it's like other stuff happens.
Oh my god, I'm kind of nervous to say this because they're probably not even gonna watch this, so it's cool. All right, so I was dating this girl, right, and like we lived together before we broke up, okay, and I'm gonna give a little backstory.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait to hear this.
I'm sorry. Okay. So, we lived together for a little while. The reason why I'm kind of hesitant is because, okay, I'm not going to say she was a rebound, but I had just broken up with this girl I had dated for a while, and it was a really messy breakup.
Ah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, I guess I kind of went to this other girl kind of looking for a little rebound, but she was very clingy, and this is my fault. I feel like this is my karma.
Ooh.
This is my karma for like, I don't know, rushing into another relationship knowing I wasn't over my ex. Anyway, I broke up with her because she was just too much. And she showed up to my class and she was just like making a huge scene. And it was just the most embarrassing moment at school of my life, which says a lot because I was drunk a lot in college and I threw up in the cafeteria. So to say that this is the most embarrassing thing to happen says a lot. Like, it was to the point where, because like I don't like when all eyes are on me. I don't like drama, but she was making such a scene, and it was just like I just wanted to get out of there, so I just left.
Was you on a CW show?
I felt like I was like, wait, am I unintentionally the main character in a CW show? Because yeah, she made a scene. Like, she was just like bringing up all this stuff that should not have been brought up in public, and it was just like, oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, but like when I went back to class and like people I knew from class, they were like, it was more embarrassing on her part for her to have to do all of this, because I was just like kind of traumatized. I was like, oh my god, this is not happening. But yeah, it blew over.
Oh
and I got
god,
drunk again in school, and it was just like history. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a freaking plot on a movie or a show.
Like,
specifically the teen dramas.
yeah, my life is a teen drama.
Wow. Oh, if you look at this, if I think my facial expression, I wouldn't want. But
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have nothing to beat that.
I also want to note it was also my karma because I did break up via text. So so I'm not gonna say that I'm like completely the victim here. I did it through a text because I'm a big punk. I don't like confrontation.
I felt that though. I felt that.
I just wanted to put that out there. She's not a monster completely because I did a pretty crappy thing. I just want to put that out there. But I noticed that, as douchey as it is, I do prefer to break up via text.
I mean, I can't even argue with that because it does feel better than I have to
to see
do
them
it in person.
I don't think I've ever been. No, one time. I mean, that was just one time, and then we both cried, so it was kind of hard. I don't think anytime other than that, I've never broken up with anyone face to face. It's always been like, hey, I don't think I can do this anymore. Block. Yeah.
I totally did it over the phone a lot. Like,
at least you were still talking.
Yeah. Oh.
People never heard it from my voice. Like, no. I am a punk with horrible communication skills. I think that's the true reason why I'm single. Like, video over. That's it.
Video over. Okay, so my incident happened, like, we've been broken up for a very long, and when I talk years, so this really came out of left field for me, and I felt like we ended it on a good note too. So again, left field. So I used to have this Twitter, and I don't understand why anybody followed me, because even now all I do is retweet, and I was just to follow celebrities, mainly the guys. So, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be. Let me just stop. That's what I was doing. Right. But so that's a whole nother story where an ex-friend, I had a whole drama with her.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. So yeah, I had this whole drama with her, and I was also going through finals, and it wasn't just like, oh, you taking tests. It was like doing whole film things. Like, you had the film edit and all. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that I was going through, and I was stressed. And the whole time while I was going through this drama with this ex-friend and this whole finals with, college and whatnot, there was this guy out of nowhere. At first I didn't know it was him because it wasn't his profile. It wasn't his
like a catfish type thing?
Yeah, it was just like, I thought it was a random person just following me, because that's what you do on Twitter. First it would start like tweeting at me, saying stuff like, first it was just calling me like, the B word and all stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
And I
this.
and I didn't know who it was. I was like, maybe are we having like a Phantom War? I wasn't so sure.
This is where you want it.
And it's just like the fact that you're using my name, I'm not, like, my handle was my name, so I was, but then it got where they kept doing, like, saying some personal stuff, you not just random person not gonna know about me. And it was just like, really constantly attacking me, and I was getting overwhelmed, and I was getting stressed, and I was getting depressed, and it was like a lot of stuff. And then so I would block that account, but then someone else would start following me. And it was just kept doing this whole cycle. And so I started looking at these profiles, like, because I didn't know what hate trait. I'm not anybody. I'm barely on social media. So who is attacking me?
You don't even tweet anything.
And I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was the ex-friend. I thought she was behind this, because it was like a really big thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm afraid to talk about it because I think she's like Voldemort, and she would come back and I could like erase her.
Should not be mentioned.
Like, but when I was looking at the stuff, this person mutually follows. I mean, this is how dumb of a criminal you are. Follows this one person.
Right.
Okay. I know that person. I'm like, okay, maybe that's how they found me. I don't know. So I blocked that account. A new account will follow me, and that would be followed by that person. It'd be like a new account that was just made. And I was like, okay, does he have like a girlfriend that think I'm a threat? Like, that's why I started thinking that. But then, like, this mutual friend of ours was saying how, I'm trying not to put his business out there, but he's going through some stuff, and he has been cyberly attacking a lot of people. I found this out. He was and I don't know what I did. But I was one of his victims, so I ended up deleting my whole Twitter. After I can't preface it, we really left off on a very good note. Like, it was very mutual. He wasn't happy. I wasn't really in it, like always. So it was like, I think it's better we could be friends. And I was like, yeah, I think it was better we could be friends too. And that was like the end of it. So
you thought.
So I thought. And he was like, the stuff that he was tweeting out at me and DMing me, like, was very hurtful. Like, it attacked me personally. So it's just like, I went through a lot. I was already going through a lot, and internally about that, like, it really, really messed with my insecurities for a little bit. So,
hold your crown up, queen.
Thank you. But I don't know what's going on with him now. I don't have any kind of news or stuff. I hope he got his help. And then he's not attacking anybody else.
What would you say, like, your ideal, like, type would be?
My problem is I don't have a specific type.
Yeah, I've seen your husbands. Like, your famous husbands I've seen. Like, there's no theme.
I don't have a theme.
Yeah.
Well, I do kind of have a theme right there, but it's rappers. That's like the only thing. But physically, personality-wise, it's
like all over the place.
It's everywhere. Like, as long as I find you attractive, like, you can have a completely different personality from the last guy. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm just like, I'm gonna find something about you. If I find you attractive, like, oh my gosh, just look at the way he just makes me laugh, or look at the way he just glares at people without realizing it.
Two completely different scenarios, but I felt that, like, yeah.
Is it insane?
Yeah, because I feel you. Like, I love, like, goofy artsy dudes, but I'm starting to fall for the mafia type, so I don't know. Like, but I don't like guys who, like, arrogance really turns me off. Like, my ex, the one you met, he was arrogant. He really felt like he was the smartest guy in the world, and it really irked me. Like, it was, like, to the point where I was like, being smart can't be the only thing in your personality. Like, do you have something else? Like, yeah, I'm like, I get it. You graduated. Honors. You were probably, like, a math or something. I don't know, but can you just do another trick? Because it got really old. Because, like, he would be on social media, like, really clowning people's intelligence. Like, it's social media. Like, nobody's gonna write like they're writing an essay on social media. Like, and he would, like, cringe when I use, like, slang. Like, I'd be like, yes honey, or yes queen, or, like, period.
Oh, wow.
Like, it would, like, get on his nerves, because he was like, no, what is that? Like, the year 2021, well, it was 2020 when we were dating, but, like, have some kind of sense of humor. His humor was really dry and it was really awkward. I don't know how I stayed as long as I did, even though we didn't make it to a year. But I've noticed, though, like, most of my relationships, they're either going to be serious or they're not going to last more than 2 months. There's no, like, in between. Like, 2 months is usually my cutoff period that I'll allow.
Man, I'm tired of this bull.
Yeah. But, like, I've had relationships that blossomed, like, made it to the years. So it's like,
see, I strive to be like you.
man, please don't. Because, like, oh my god, there's one relationship. Like, me and her are friends now. I actually wrote a poem about her in my book, and I sent it to her.
Just pause to promote. I'm not okay, but it's cool.
Yes.
Written by yours truly. Let me get in there. Get in there. Kushana Dapri. Please purchase her book on Amazon. Link down below.
Hey,
I'm telling you, this is really, 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 really good. I got 2 copies. One is autographed because yes. And it's actually it got raving reviews on Amazon. So
and I didn't have to pay nobody to do it either.
Nobody.
Yeah. She broke for all of that.
It's a list of poems. It's poems that she wrote that's very authentic and is very relatable. I'm telling you, you would not want to put it down. It's not one of those YouTubers write a poem book and it's like what a 3rd grader wrote this. It's not that. It's not that, okay? And it's not for children.
Not at all. It just looks like a coloring book.
Yes.
It's ironic.
Yeah. It's just not for children. Please don't
buy this for your
Please don't give this to your kids.
Please don't. And if you do, don't sue me because I told you not to. It literally says in the back.
We have
not
video
for children.
proof.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be our best friend, so what kind of best friend would try to sue?
But anyway, like we were together for a while in college, and like we both had a lot of like issues that we needed to work through before we were together. But one thing I will say, that's probably the only relationship where I can say I'm thankful that I quote unquote wasted my time with that person, because it really did motivate me to grow as a person. And that made me feel good. But that's literally the only relationship that I had. Everybody else.
I let her know when I don't like her boyfriend.
Yeah,
So.
she's not the kind of person that's like, oh, if you're happy, I'm happy. She's like, you could and should do better than this. You deserve so much more. And I'd be like, okay, you're right. But I'm going to give it a few more days before I
You do that.
And then when we break up, I text her, I did it. We celebrate.
At least I may not be good at setting you up.
No.
But at least I can notice the toxicity.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you just don't notice the toxic people that you set me up with, but you notice the toxic people that I set myself. Like, I can admit sometimes I was the bad person in my relationships, but I couldn't see any of my exes making someone a lucky person ever, except Satan.
Dang. Dang. But we're gonna make sure you get like a great person to get married to.
I don't really think I want to get married per se, because the thought of somebody else
Just have
living
the
in my house.
Just have the wedding.
Yeah.
You don't have to make it easy.
Can we have like separate houses?
But
Like,
I already planned your wedding, so you gotta have it.
I want a wedding. I want a wedding so much. Like, Pinterest did not help that. But as far as like getting married, like I remember like even like sleeping over with people I've been dating, it's just like their presence after a while is just like, gosh, the way you blink annoys me. Why do you chew so loud? Why do you breathe like that all the time? I hate you. I just start feeling like that after spending too much time with the people I'm dating. It's just like, I actually think I want to murder you because of the way that you chew. Or it'll be like, the sound of your voice for this amount of time is driving me crazy. And that's how I know I'm the problem. Because I didn't do good with roommates in college. I went through like 4 different roommates.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
And then like, yeah, so it's like, it's me. I'm the problem right now. Other people in my space for a long period of time just gets to me. And I need to work on that, because I shouldn't see the person that I'm in love with as the person in my space. Because like, even like with cuddling at night, like after a while I'm like, I don't like this. Why are we so close? My bones hurt. Like, oh my god, my arm's falling asleep. Go away, it's hot. And then I'm just like, and so yeah. And like, it's like, I am a hopeless romantic, but at the same time, in doses. Yeah.
I feel like we both came out in this with the conclusion that we're the problem.
I wanted to talk about my horror stories, but I am the villain in my own horror story. Like, we
Plot twist.
are Freddy and Jason in these horror stories.
Like, who was the villain besides us?
Right.
Like even we're like, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Well, I guess that was our video.
Right. I feel like we got a little bit closer today. A little
Yep.
closer than I should have.
Can you like, cause we like interacting with you guys.
Yeah.
Can you like in the comments, you know, tell us some of your, you know, bad dates or relationships. I mean, it'd be fun. We'll ha-ha kiki with each other.
Yeah. And also, while you're at it, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you see when we're popping. And also, follow us on Twitter, unless you're that creepy guy. And follow us on Instagram. And she's putting the book up. Oh yeah, buy my book, please.
Thank you. There we go.
Yes.
Buy the book.
Please, even if it's just to use as toilet paper. Every little bit counts. Please.
You really will love to read this book. Don't use it as toilet paper.
I mean, but if you read the first 100 pages, you don't like it, just start wiping.
Right?
We're in a pandemic, yo. Like,
yes.
yeah.
And read it with some tissue, because you will cry.
Thank you. I live to make people cry.
She does.
Do.
When you see more of her future books. Oh, by the way, this is the autograph one I got.
Oh my god, my handwriting is so ugly.
Sneak peek. It was sneak peek. And signing off. Bye.